Kevin, back in the Nashville office, and I actually took a day off from blogging yesterday. Didn't start out that way, but with the Christmas holiday, Music Row, Nashville, the music community, basically wraps up its yearly chart here this coming Monday, and so everybody tries to literally cram everything they can for the last couple of two and a half weeks of the year in the first 2 weeks of the year. So, man, it has been insane. Nonstop phones, dealing with a web server issue in Ohio yesterday, actually dealing with a mail server issue. Then on the road, got back to Nashville with every intent on doing some blogging late last night, and a couple of questions from artist managers, a couple of small projects to get tidied up. Fine, 7:30 meeting this morning. Day just slips away. A nice Christmas party with Tracy Lawrence and his folks. Thank you very much, Tracy and Lainey. And boom, here we are. I think it's Thursday night, and it's blog time. I had a topic I was going to talk about, but I put it off to the side for today because yesterday spawned a topic, and it kind of is a theme going here, running into a couple of my best friends from high school over the course of the last week or so through Facebook. Again, taking me back, again, nostalgia, but I kind of figured out how much of a music junkie I really am. When we were growing up in Virginia Beach, the radio station we listened to, FM 99 WNOR, played a version of a Tom Petty song. Tom Petty, one of his first hits was called Breakdown, from the first or second album. The version that they played when we were growing up was not always the album version. There was a special live version that, again, WNR played back in 1978, 79, 80, 81, that I've never heard since, that I'm obsessed with finding. It's a live version, and it was probably a DJ only, a radio only copy. It could have been snippeted from some concert or something. I've looked everywhere on the internet. You cannot truly find everything on the internet, whether free or for paid. And it's not about paying because I'm willing to pay for it. But the interesting thing about this clip is, towards the end of the song, there's a musical break, and you can hear in this small little room, club, whatever it is, these guys in the background who obviously been planning to say the phrases, and there are three phrases. It sounds like three guys standing next to each other. They know they're near a crowd mic, and the one guy yells, "Get down." The next guy yells, "Rock and roll in stereo," and the third guy yells, "All right." It tickles me to this day. It's one of those things. And because there were the three of us, we always used to have our little part, "Get down, rock and roll stereo, all right," and we'd all take turns singing it, and we'd have a good time with it. Well, I heard the original version of Breakdown as I was traveling yesterday, and it got me to thinking, I have to track it down. So in my spare time and doing Google searches, been looking for this mythical live version that must have been a radio-only copy that doesn't exist. I'm going to try to send an email to one of the only people I would know on Earth who may have a clue, and I'm even doubting he does, because, again, that's 30 years in the history. And that was the guy who was, I believe he was program director at the time, originally a morning guy, then a midday guy on WNOR, now works down the street at another radio station in Norfolk by the name of Mike Arlo, who's been, again, in the market for 35, 40 years. I did a little bit of stuff he would never remember when I was a teenage kid with my father in television in Virginia Beach. So, or maybe you can help. Again, I'm looking for this mythical radio-only version, a live version of Tom Petty's Breakdown. And towards the end in a break, you hear three guys in the background going, "Get down, rock and roll in stereo, all right." I know the things I waste my spare time on. Back tomorrow, another video blog. See ya.